Welcome to Critter Crusades, the show about ordinary people on extraordinary missions to help animals. I'm Missy Woodward. Today we're talking about a very, very important subject, and that's about saving the breed of pit bulls. Today I have some fascinating guests that are out there, ordinary people doing supremely extraordinary things to help these animals. I'd like to welcome Dogman and Steve Lang. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we can't forget, we have Big Boy too, so I didn't want to forget. And we're here today to talk about what you do and why you do it, and saving the pit bull breed. This is Big Boy. Tell me a little bit about Big Boy, Dogman.
Well, Big Boy, he's been with me now for about 5 years, and we've been doing so much work with Big Boy. Steve Lane came to our class and joined my class with him, and they used to run. We used to have a lot of people in our class, and he joined, and every time we had a class, we had a line going, and he come running an hour later, him and Big Boy to the class, you know. And this dog is a wonderful dog, one of the best dogs that I'd ever trained.
So, Steve, Big Boy is your dog?
He is mine.
Oh, okay. So, how did you get the name Big Boy?
He was the, I had his mother, and that's the first dog I brought to Mike approximately about 5 years ago. And she had a litter of puppies, and he was a big one, and he was the biggest boy, and that name kind of stayed with him, and he was the big gentle giant, and I found all of those dogs good home, and he just, some kind of way he wanted to stay here with me, and I said, okay.
So you two hooked up. Now, Steve, tell me about yourself and what you've done. I know you're a fascinating athletic coach, and you've done so many incredible things. What's a little background on yourself?
Well, I'm a graduate of UCLA. I went to, ironically, I teach at the high school that I went to, Fremont High School, and I'm a social studies teacher and a track coach there. And I deal with a lot of kids and people, and I've been successful coaching. I've coached at UCLA and USC and Compton College, and I've won championships on each of those levels.
I see you wearing one of these big rings too.
Yes, this is my first championship that I won at East Los Angeles College, and it's a blessing. It's just being in the right place in the right time, and being with the right people and working hard. That's something I try to instill in my students, and we instill in our people in the class, that hard work and discipline and stay to it, and just achieving your best. And again, there's nothing that's done easy. If you haven't worked hard for it, you're not going to appreciate it. And the same goes with dog training and life. We work hard for what we want. We set our goals, and we got to set them high.
So this is what athletic coaching does for athletes, and you now have a type of athlete that you work with on a weekly basis. Tell me about what you're doing in Los Angeles and why you're doing it.
Well, I do it because, like I say, I've been doing this practically all my life. It was a gift from my mother. I got it from my mother.
Really?
And
was she a dog lover?
Yes, my mother was a dog lover. She the one got me turned on to it, and so they have a lot of classes out here where I live at, and they charge. So I just thought I would just have me a class and wouldn't charge no one, because a lot of people don't have the money, but they still want their dog trained. So I just started at the Coliseum, and it's been on ever since.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been at the Coliseum for about 35 years, but dog training I've been training for about 20 years.
Wow.
And I just love working with the people. You know, and like a person that don't know nothing about dog training, I get my reward just seeing them to walk a dog and, you know, stuff like that. You know, like I was saying, you know, it's not the pit bull fault. It's the people that have them because they're not educated. You know, a lot of people don't read about the breed.
Tell us about the breed. What does it mean, pit bull? And I get so confused. There's Staffordshire Terrier. I don't even know what Staffordshire means, if it's a place or whatever. There's American pit bull. I mean, explain to me about the dog.
The pit bull, as long as I've been dealing with them, I've been dealing with American Staffordshire Terriers.
Okay, so that's what he is, an American Staffordshire Terrier?
Okay. Right, and a lot of them are game dogs.
Game? Game
dogs. That means they was born to fight.
Okay.
And you have a lot of people who got PET instead of PIT. PET is the dogs that you call them bullies. You know, and there's no such thing as bullies because all of them are pit bulls. Because all of them are registered with the UKC. So when they change the name to bullies, that don't exist. It's all about pit bulls because, I mean, that's what they are.
And so so you say they were born to be game dogs.
They were born to fight.
They were bred to fight, and that was way back at another time. Now, people have introduced them as pets into their homes and everything, and I believe Helen Keller, I think all of her blind dogs, when she was a blind person with a lead dog, they were all pit bulls from what I understand. I know Spanky in our gang, that was Petey was a very famed pit bull. They're very much family dogs.
That's right. They loving dogs.
Right. And they have a misnomer that people think there's something about them. Yes, there are some animals, like you said, they were bred for that. What does somebody do that has this animal? Like, what do you do when you introduce them to this breed and say, this is what you're going to have to deal with, and this is how you deal with it? What do you do?
What I do is, I have people to come to my class, and their dogs like to fight. So I tell them, this is not the place for your dog to fight. I have to show you how to educate your dog, or he can't be here. That's why they killing these pit bulls, because of people like them fighting them. You know, and it's not the dog. It's not fair to the dog because every day at the pound, they're euthanizing the pit bulls. They don't have a chance more than any dog.
And I think when we say euthanizing, we're meaning killing.
That's right.
It's really just mass killing of one breed. Prejudice.
That's right.
And that's really what it is.
That's
they
right.
don't know and don't understand.
That's right, and it's not fair to the dog.
Right.
And I feel if they start making laws on people, that'll save the pit bull.
Interesting. So, Steve, what do you think is going on with the pit bull that's causing this? What do you think is the worst part of it all? I mean, what's causing it, and how can we correct it?
It's getting a bad rap right now, especially with the publication with the Mic Vic thing and the dog fighting and that type of thing with the pits. I had a cousin that had the mother of his grandmother, and he was an advocate of friendly, good working dogs, and these are people dogs. These dogs want to please their masters. They're not necessarily out there to fight. If you train these dogs correctly, this dog does not care about a fight one way or another. He has a cat. He loves people. He loves children. He's a loving dog. You won't see him growl and that's because his environment and how he's raised and how the time we put into him. When he was a very small puppy, over 2 or 3 weeks, Mike said, socialize him. Let him be a puppy. Let him be a dog. Just have fun with him. Later on, we'll teach him tricks, and we'll teach him how to do different things. And we did that, and this is the final product of that. You know, he's 3.5 years old. Again, we had his mother, and but this dog here is just he's just a friend. To people, he's just a loving dog, and all pits are loving dogs. But you have to teach them right and put the time in. It just goes to saying, if you put the time in, you get something good out of it.
Now, do you think there was anything at all positive coming from the Mic Vic exposure, in the sense that people need to see how horrific dogfighting is and that what people should not be doing? And possibly, I think a lot of people became more advocates of the animals. I know they just are doing shows on the results of some of the animals that were rescued and how they're going to have a better life. I mean, was there anything positive?
Well, I'm an optimist, first of all, and I'm always looking for good, and I think a lot of good came out of that situation. Those dogs are freed, and those dogs are socialized. The LA Times, about a month ago, they did an article about some of those dogs, and Mike and myself, we were very pleased to read that article, how those dogs have been brought back into society, and they're good service dogs, and those dogs are functional dogs. They're good dogs. If you're taught to be a boxer, you'll be a boxer. But then that's only a part of your life. You know, you got the rest of your life to do positive things. These dogs were raised to fight, but they don't have to fight. They have energy, they have athleticism, where they can do a lot of things. Again, this dog is a service dog.
So this is what you just said as far as athleticism, and we have a video that I'd like to show which shows that athleticism and exactly how you then channel it. I'm seeing through this video, I see your kind of work as far as track and field, which they call agility for dogs, I guess, and how you work to teach everyone to make those animals more agile and to get rid of that excited energy and to focus it. So why don't we go ahead and roll that tape now, and we'll show more about what Dogman and Steve do to help other wonderful dogs like Big Boy.
There should be classes for pit bulls and opportunities for pit bulls to socialize. Well, here it is.
Big Boy first, come on. Let him know what's the best. I don't think you can do it by yourself.
No,
yeah.
all the way, all the way,
There you
all
go.
the way,
There you go.
all the way, all the way, right there.
That's how you do it.
Sit.
Run around. You can't keep up with it.
Hello, my name is Dogman. I've been training dogs for 35 years. This is the park where I started, the Coliseum, where everything started from right here. We train pit bulls every Sunday, free. We're trying to save the breed. We don't fight dogs. We don't teach dogs to bite people. Only thing we teach is obedience and agility here.
How you doing there?
I'm good.
All right, all right, come on, come on, come on, all right. All right, Louis! Louis, all right! Look at Louis! All right, Louis! Praise Louis for that!
You know everybody got a star.
Good boy, Coco.
Come on, catch it now. Leave nobody else like citizens.
Hey.
Come on, man, get my line straight. Go home. Talk to the dogs. Go on in. Let them understand something.
It's a wonderful class, and Dogman Mike does this class. It's free. Anybody that owns a pit bull or any power breed, he welcomes everybody to come out as long as you have the proper gear, leather leash, training collar. You can come every Sunday here at the Coliseum.
People always talking about pit bulls got a bad name. Pit bull is the best dog in the world to me. I've been having them for 35 years, and out of my 35 years, I ain't never had a problem with a pit bull. So I don't blame the dog. I blame the people that have them, and it's not for everybody to have.
That's an incredible tape, and I could see Big Boy. He was like, yes, am I going? Is it time? When he heard that. And what I kept noticing above everything, I heard, good boy, good boy. And you could hear all these people so excited about how great their animal was behaving in that human-animal bond. And that was what was so incredible. And I also liked watching you because I could see you beaming, going, how much fun and what you have created. I mean, what you've done to go out there and make a difference in the life of two people, you know, the animal and the human. I mean, they're both happy. And that one gentleman in the wheelchair, tell me a little bit about him.
Well, I've been knowing him for about, his name is Bat, the guy name. And I've been knowing him for about 3 years in my neighborhood. And he had got shot, and he got paralyzed, and I haven't seen him in a long time. So when I seen him, he didn't have no more dogs. So I said, man, I got a dog for you. So I gave him the female, and he joined the class, and he's been working with us ever since. And it's remarkable on what he has accomplished.
And what is it doing for him personally?
I mean, it's therapy. I mean, because I don't treat him as like he's in a wheelchair.
Exactly.
You know, he got to do everything that we do. So
And he does.
And he does. And it's like the other guy you see, Phil, got the dog with Bang, the leader. That was a dog that liked to fight. But you look how he's acting now. You know, he don't want to fight no more. He loves jumping, doing what he does. So that's the fun of it all with them all.
And I love what you've done. You've taken an environment at the Coliseum. You've proven you don't have to have any fancy jumps, hurdles, tunnels. You've gone out to a local area. City has provided it, and you've been able to utilize that and teach the animals something interesting, so they can look at all environment as interesting, because I know a lot of dogs have problems because they become bored. There's things that they could even be doing in their own backyards. They can jump up and jump on something, go down, and everything. So what have you learned in the class?
Well, all that has been created through a passion for Mike, and I've learned, I'm a people person again, and again, these dogs are people animals, and therefore, and it's a good social, it's a good mesh of people, and we just enjoy each other. I mean, we come and from all type of backgrounds, all people, all nationalities, and we function together and get along together, and we all have something in common to save this breed, to make it work, and it's a positive thing again. And all that's it's been brought to us by Mike, and ironically, I met Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, through Mike, and he and Mike were doing exercise. They were getting some stray dogs in the city of Los Angeles running around. They were getting those dogs and trying to find homes for those dogs, and this is just a part of the good things that he does, that Mike does. And again, he has a passion for this. Okay, boy, I love you too.
He's really ferocious. He really is. I tell you what, he's kind of a ham too.
Yes, he is. When
he's spoiled.
When the lights are on and it's time to perform, he knows he has a job to do.
Right,
man.
Well, as far as something like this, now what is he showing right now?
He's showing me that he loves us.
Right.
You know.
But is he also showing that, hey, I want to go out to the park and play?
Oh, yeah. He definitely wants to go get a workout.
Right. So what will you do today with him?
We'll go run a little bit today. We'll run. That's all we'll do today. Tomorrow we'll do the exercises and things of that nature. But today we'll just do a little jogging. And,
so today you've got him on a path very much like you have one of your athletes. You'll decide one day he'll do this type of work, one day. Now, do you educate people to do that same kind of thing?
That's right.
So
that's very important in dog training, because a fat dog can't work.
I didn't think about that.
A fat dog can't work. He gets tired too fast. That's why you see us with the jumps. What the jumps does, it makes the dog lose his weight up in here, and it makes the wind. It builds the wind up and everything when they won't get tired. Because like from the beginning, some dogs might come to our class, they only can make 2 or 3 jumps and that'd be it. See, but the more and more they come, you see everybody do it. So that's the joy that I get out of it. Is seeing what the dogs can do it and make sure the people are happy. You know, because our class, like I say, we have ladies there. I didn't have women that come to my class to be 200 or 300 pounds. And they got to go through the same program that everybody have to go through.
So it's a great diet program for everyone.
Oh yeah,
Exercise.
Exercise. It's not for the dog, it's for the people too.
Oh, that's
great.
See,
but we have a lot of problems with the state police is trying to kick us out the park, you know, because we just helping the dog. We had one time we had them come and the animal control came and it was like it's like they raided us. You know, and somebody told them that we were fighting dogs. The only thing we do was walk a line and teach a dog to sit, stay, and down. Basics. You know.
So all of that is resolved now, and you're able to still continue your work?
Well, it's not resolved. They still bother us, but we keep on going. You know?
Well, and there's probably also other areas that if you had to move to, there are other city areas that you can go to, or is this really pretty much the best?
I mean, this is, you know, this is going on in all the dog classes now. You know, like all the dog classes now that's around LA, they starting to bother us. You know, because we're training dogs, trying to do the positive thing. So.
Well, hopefully with your education, like you talk about. Now, I know you're talking possibly about going into schools and educating. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, a lot of times we want to go to the schools, but a lot of schools don't want to accept the pit bulls because the pit bull has so much of a bad name. And like I always tell people, it's not the dog, it's the people that own the dog. Because I've been having them all my life, and I ain't never had my pit bull to attack nobody or none of them type of things. So it's not really the dog's fault. You know, it's what the people have done to the breed. But like I say, they need to have laws that's on people instead of this breed. And I think it'd be a lot better.
Right. What do you think is going to be the future for Whoops. What do you think is going to be the future for pit bulls?
Well, hopefully we can educate. And again, being a teacher, a coach, and that kind of thing, I have a principal, and he has pit bulls, and we talk about the breed and how he trains his dog, and he's not in. Neither of us are into fighting, and he says that people really need to be educated about it. So if we can spread the word around and say how good these dogs can be, again, service dogs, pet dogs, whatever you want them for, but nothing violent, then we can again save this breed, and that's the main focus that we'd like to do. And
now, have you turned people away from dog fighting? Have you been able to change their thinking and get them away from it?
Quite a bit. We do that a lot.
And what happens? What do you see in the transition of that person when they stop that? What do you see happen to the person, and what happened to the dog? What's a story? Do you have one?
All I can say is generally it's good. When you see a person that goes from a negative to a positive, you can see that positive energy. And I've seen guys that were ignorant because they didn't know that dog fighting is a no-no. I don't know if it was a macho thing or whatever. I saw it happen in my younger days, but I never wanted to be part of it. To tear something down, or tear a life down, or to put a pain on something like that. And here's something that can be done positive, used in a positive sense. And again, that dog fighting that's a wrap. There's too many good things we can do with these dogs.
And I heard, I watched something or maybe read it that a lot of the different. Due to terrorism and different things, they're using animals for search and rescue. They're using animals for sniffing out bombs and different things. And I don't know if it was in San Diego or something. Somebody is actually taking pit bulls, because it's one of the larger population animals, and they're studying, I don't know if it's a law enforcement or exactly who it is, they're starting to train them for sniffing,
yes.
Sniffing out bombs, sniffing out different kinds of things. So these animals truly are working animals. It's channeling that energy.
Exactly.
About how many dogs do you think you've worked with in your life? Can you even make a guesstimate?
Through my life, pit bulls anyway, I probably have seen or dealt with over, I done had about over 20,000 pits.
Wow.
I done dealt with.
Wow. And that's the impact you've made on those. What would you say the general overall consensus is about the pit bull from those 20,000, that they are trainable, that they...
all of them are trainable. All of them are trainable. Like I say, it's not the dog, it's the people that have the dog. Mm-hmm. That's like with the Mic Vic thing with the pit bulls. That's been going on before I was born, and they still fight them, and they know who they are out there. Mm-hmm. But they just haven't been busted. Mm-hmm. And my saying is to them, quit fighting the pit bulls, because we're trying to save the breed.
Right.
Because the way it's going now, they'll make a law in LA where none of us can have pit bulls. Mm-hmm. Because they're doing it in Ohio, everywhere else, Denver, and they're trying to get it to go here. See, now you have these guys out here now just calling pit bulls bullies. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as bully. If you don't believe me, you call the UKC people and tell them you want to register your bully puppies, and you see what they tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not possible.
Because when you try to challenge them, it let you know everything is going haywire. Because they've been here before I was born. So UKC, they got me all right. They're all right with me.
We have just a few minutes left. What's your favorite story with one of your training?
Oh, man.
So many.
Man. My favorite is, one of my favorites is, like I say, this dog right here. Just to see him, like I say, them jumps that we do, mm-hmm. all the dogs go through each jump one-on-one. Mm-hmm. This dog here, he'll put him down in the sit position, and you can be over here looking. This dog here, he'll look and see who's watching him. Then he'll just makes these jumps. So this is the one right here.
I think he kind of knows it. I think he's kind of like going, I think I want to go out today and do my thing and be the star of the show.
Oh, yeah, he's a star, definitely a star.
So people can find out, they can go to the Los Angeles Coliseum on Sundays. At what time?
We usually there from 8:30 to 12.
Okay, 8:30 to 12. And then they can go there. It's free of charge.
It's free of charge.
And they look for Dogman.
Look for Dogman.
And usually they'll see Big Boy, and of course...
or Lori.
That's
right.
And then from there, you guys are going to work together. You're going to save the breed.
Save the breed.
And you're going to make a difference for these animals.
And no dog fighting.
No dog fighting. And that's the exact thing you're teaching everyone.
Right.
Well, we so appreciate that you've come out today, you've taken your time, you're going to go out tomorrow and every other day, and you're going to spread this message because it's the most important message, I think, out there for probably, I think it is the #1 animal killed in the shelters. And we have to make a difference with this animal and make sure that people understand it's a loving animal. I mean, look at that face. That smile is just hysterical.
That's right.
I mean, he's just got a smile on him constantly, and you can tell he wants to go out today and play.
And like the sports arena, the Coliseum, Big Boy love that park. And it's like they're trying to get Big Boy away from that park.
That isn't going to happen.
It's not going to happen with Big Boy because you love it.
Right. Well, thank you both for joining us today. We hope that you'll have a great success with everything else you do. Thank you for joining us here today on Critter Crusades, the show about ordinary people on extraordinary missions to help animals make a difference. Go out there and educate people about the pit bull. Tell them how important it is to go out, have their animal educated, training, go out to the shelter, adopt a pit bull, and know that you can make the difference. And show up on a Sunday in Los Angeles at the Coliseum, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and go see Dogman, and you might just get a chance to see that Big Boy in action. Right. Thanks for joining us today. See you soon.
We come in peace.
That's right. That's right.